hello to everybody watching this on YouTube. I had the brilliant idea. Of that it would be a really, really funny idea to recall from memory while drunk the entirety of the plot of all of the Class of '09 games, including the anime. So I am 1 bottle of vodka deep. I hope my microphone is picking this up. So okay, yeah, so chat does appear on the screen. Okay, so I'm gonna be actively drinking. I've drank 1 bottle. I've got a 2nd bottle. Hold on. I hope you can hear that. Okay. So we're just gonna get into it. Okay. So firstly, the first Class of '09 game. Whoa, look, I got graphics and everything. This is gonna be sick. Okay. The first Class of '09 game came out in 2021, and the first game has 13 endings.
Hold on, let me check. Hold on.
You're gonna have to fact check me on stuff. That's why I've got you here.
Yeah. So you were 2 points away. Class of '09 has 15 of them.
Okay, so the first game has hello everybody. So the first game has 15 endings. Insane, I know, right?
Insane.
The game you press play. And this is after you install it off of Steam or the Epic Games Store, and this game only is on PC for some reason. And you get this whole spiel from Nicole. I'm a sociopath.
I'm a sociopath. God, that sounded evil.
Fucking whatever. So basically, Class of '09. The intro with Nicole. Nicole, she's like, so I'm basically a sociopath. I had to move a bunch around as a kid, and then I stayed in a certain school for a certain amount of time, and then life said fuck that, and her stupid fat obese, I need to get rid of that. Well, I don't need
Wasn't she like medically diagnosed?
No.
Because her brother even calls her a sociopath?
No.
Oh.
It's just an act. Fuck my stupid Chungus back alive. Doesn't she mourn? She doesn't mourn like at all when her mom dies? Would you fucking mourn if your mom was like that and she died? Didn't think so. So basically, Nicole is a self-proclaimed sociopath, and the thing about that is that basically anything that Nicole does is an act. It's a front to prevent herself from being hurt, because she's moved around a lot and she's done the same rigmarole so many times. She has met so many different people, introduced herself to so many people. She's been the new kid not hundreds of times, but enough times for her to be sick of it. And so she puts on this facade of being a sociopath in order to not only seem cool, in order to seem cool, but also to protect herself from getting hurt. And so basically she so her brother, who's a piece of shit, fuck him, he was like, I'm gonna download some breakbeat, which honestly is not good music. Like, if you listen to like breakcore or anything like that, it's not good music. And then, so she has to move from a school that she got really emotionally attached to. And so, like, this whole sociopath thing is even more so than she doesn't get emotionally attached to people. And then, obviously, her dad, does what her dad does with the, Cookie Monster Magnet Lamau. But, like, the thing is, I have a game theory, okay? I think that Nicole actually really liked her dad. So I'm guessing you don't like Machine Girl? Just because I'm trans doesn't mean that I listen to the shitty music the rest of you guys listen to. Okay.
I'm sorry, but
we're not even through the intro. Oh my god, we're 10 minutes in and we're not even through the intro. So, Nicole's dad does that, and then they move, and then that's the framing for the first day.
Fuck Mr. Burley, dude.
And then Nicole meets Crispin, and Crispin is the catalyst to the first couple of options. Her first couple of choices dictate on who you see, and it changes dialogue, but that doesn't really matter all too much. But I do want to mention there's another video that I'm working on right now, and it is Would you survive a day? That's why I did the poll, by the way. By the way, to everybody watching this on YouTube, you should subscribe because I do like polls sometimes about Class of 09 related stuff, and I never intend on stopping making Class of 09 video essays. So, and in Class of 09, Mr. White, he's a very bad guy. He's not a good dude. He's pretty nasty. And so basically, what happens is the
Nicole, do you enjoy being white?
All right, let's not reference the dialogue exactly, because I'm doing my best to avoid the big hammer of demonetization. So basically, Mr. White, he's not a good guy, and his name would insinuate on the kind of beliefs that he has. And I think, so there's like a couple of endings that revolve around a certain club that Mr. White runs, but I'm not gonna go super into it because I can't. But that's like at least 3 of the endings, because there's the one where Nicole gets arrested for doing things with Mr. White, and then there's the other 2 where she chooses not to do things with Mr. White, and one of them involves the death of Jeffrey. And so every time
they call her Imperial Scribe Jecka scares me.
Okay. So basically, there's the one ending where Nicole gets arrested. There's the ending where Jecka murders Jeffrey. And every time people are like, "Oh, Jecka's like perfect and she never did anything wrong," really, if anything, Jecka has done more wrong than Nicole has. Like, I just want to put it out there. Like, in reality, there is more times where Jecka does something evil than Nicole has. And so, like, I just want to remind everyone that although Flipside is terrible, it's not that Jecka is a perfect princess. And then, day 2. Day 2, you have a couple of options, and one of them is to go to gym. Now, this opens up, like, 5 different routes, and so, like, those routes are dating Coach Colby, and the Kyler stuff, and the Jeffrey stuff. So like there's quite a couple of, so we're gonna do the Coach Colby one first. Emily needs more screen time because she's such a good, yeah, that's why I got the voice actress for Emily to do the stream with me. Just gaslight them, they don't know. There's so much going on right now, I'm finding it so hard to keep up.
Oh god.
We go to gym, okay?
Yes.
Okay, gym. The gym endings revolve around Coach Colby, and one of them is Coach Colby and Nicole. Nicole entertains Coach Colby's advances. They go on a date, and then she goes home. She goes home with Coach Colby, and then he kills her. Someone's asking you to say meow. No, you should meow, like how she says it to Jeffrey.
Oh, he's getting feisty. Meow.
So the other 2 endings are involving Kyler, and Kyler, so you play dodgeball. So instead of entertaining Coach Colby, you get changed, and then you. Wait, Weird Colby is a straight-up killer and never brought up again. Yeah, I mean, a lot of things in Class of 09 are done and then never brought up again. Like, for example, Jecka being, like, racist.
Or Nicole's mom being dead.
Yeah. Like, in the route where that happens, like, it's literally never mentioned again.
But that's how it's supposed to be, y'all. It's not supposed to go along with, like, a full arc. It's just...
Things just happen for the lulz. Like, honestly, a majority of the Class of 09 could be justified with... Cause for the lulz.
Oh, that was hot. Hell yeah.
Okay. Kyler, you as Nicole, you choose to get changed, and then as Nicole, you then play dodgeball with, and then you can flirt with Kyler. And then when you do flirt with Kyler, he invites you back to his house. And then there's like a plethora of dialogue options, which is something that will probably, which never happens again in the Class of 09 franchise, by the way. Giving multiple dialogue options just doesn't happen. Then what happens is that Nicole is like, impressed me. And so Kyler gets to the top of the roof. And he gets to the top of the roof, and then he's like, Nicole, I love you. And then
I love you more than the cross.
I love you more than the cross. And then you can either goad him into jumping by telling him you never loved him, or that it would be really cool. And so if you do either of those, you lock yourself out of one of the endings if you gaslight him into thinking that he loves you. If someone made a class of 09 dating sim, you belong in jail. If you're nice to him, you can use the key that he gives you when you first go over to his house. So you can either choose to use the key that he gave you, but you can only do that if you pick the good option. Class of 09 is just intrusive thoughts in a game. That's real. If you use the key, then you get the rehab ending. Okay, so that's our 5th ending. I'm gonna add like a text on screen to indicate the endings we have. So then what happens is you can reject him, and then he does the same thing, but you don't get to go to his house and use the key because you rejected him. So then you have 2 optional endings. You have YouTube fame or valedictorian. YouTube fame, yeah. So people are like, oh my god, can I wear your hair like you, Nicole? And then people want to copy her. Then you become YouTube famous because all girls want to be like you, like want to be like Nicole. That's 6. The ending after that is valedictorian. So you, instead of becoming YouTube famous, because that's a lot of effort, you instead threaten Jeffrey with what she did to Kyler, to him, and then that causes the valedictorian ending where Jeffrey does all your homework and whatever. That's 7. So then what's next is that there's the Jeffrey endings. So we're still in gym. So the Jeffrey endings. The Jeffrey endings is a path that includes 3 endings. The pool and Hooters ending, if you advertiser friendly. The nice and the 2 nice girl endings. And so the 2 nice girl endings revolve around Nicole either being put in a facility or Nicole dies. The endings are that Nicole gets to know Jeffrey. And so what happens is that she learns a bunch of embarrassing stuff about him, and then she then reveals it to everyone, and that's where the Nicole, she does all this, and then Jeffrey gets humiliated, and then he wears a Punisher t-shirt. If you guys know who Punisher is a character in fiction that is he's got lots of guns, and not the kind of not muscles. So, after exposing all of Jeffrey's inner secrets, a lot of people made fun of him about it. And the bullying went from like you like those fucking backwards Chinese picture books to you like being 50-foot tall girl and like being you like cat girls. You can either be sympathetic because you're a woman, and that doesn't get you an ending, but if you choose to not give a shit, it ends in the pool Hooters ending. It ends in the pool Hooters ending with Jeffrey, where you take him to Hooters because you feel bad for him. So basically what happens if you say girl hormones make me feel bad, you end up befriending Jeffrey, and you ended up befriending all of the guys in school. And what ends up happening is that you go to a concert with Crispin and then reject Coach Colby's advances. And then what happens after that is you go back to school, and then Coach Colby spreads a rumor about you, and you either go to the principal or go home. And depending on your actions, different things happen, but you get 2 endings. One ends up with Nicole in a facility, and the other ends with her demise. That is the other 2 endings. Is it photography? No, it's photography. It's photography. So if you go to photography, there's 3 endings. I believe. So basically, you go to photography or art, or one of the 2 of them. I think art and photography are the same class, I think. I don't actually.
I'm back. To the
Welcome back. I'm confused. I have confusion. I don't know what. I don't know.
What is your confusion?
So we've done gym and all
Yeah.
those endings. What are the other? Is art, right? Or is it photography?
Okay, hold on. I have a list of them.
Okay, so basically you go to photography or fucking you either go to photography or you go to photography or you go to art, and then you are doing your makeup, and the teacher, I'm pretty sure it's Mr. White still, is photography. Okay, thank you. So photography, you go to photography and then you do your makeup, and then you get scolded and you get sent to Miss Lynn's office. And so
Yes. This
thank
one.
you, Based Ramen, for subscribing. So basically what happens is that you either can lie to Miss Lynn about why you got sent there, and then you say that Mr. White touched you in your no-no place, and then you go home and your mom's like, did Mr. White touch you in your no-no place? And Nicole can either say no or yes. And so you can then sue the school, which so you then sue, so then you say you lie, and then you sue the school. And so then what happens is Nicole gets on the podium and she's like, fucking Mr. White is a fucking dickhead, fuck that guy. And then everyone's like, but why is there no evidence of him being like that? It was like, nobody wants to speak out against him. Like, it just like, she either we'll talk about the different scenarios, but we'll just talk about this one scenario first.
She do the one where she wins the trial.
Yeah, that's the one that I'm gonna talk about. So you get two options, which is like be honest or write it to the bank. And if you write it to the bank, you can use like the Coach Colby text that you get from him being a creeper, and you use that as evidence for her being oh god, this music is like a representation of my this music is a
And then once
okay, yeah. So basically, you use that as evidence against the school, and then you win the trial, and then Nicole becomes rich. So that's the 11th ending out of 15. And then the other ending is you be honest, and then you go homeless, and then Nicole is homeless, and that's basically the end of that, and that's 12. So let's time travel back a little bit. So we meet Crispin on the first day, and if you skip class and then skip class on the second day, you can find Crispin in the bathroom, and you talk to Crispin in the bathroom. He's like, wow, you're so deep, man. I love you, and I want you to be my girlfriend, whatever. Here's my number. Take my. You're so chill. And then Nicole gets home, and then he gets her number off of somebody, and then he sends a picture of his little sausage to Nicole, and then Nicole has two options, and
oh my god, all 3 inches of it? What the fuck? Why?
Nicole, she goes to her mom and she's like, what the fuck, I'm being harassed. And so and so that's like, so she can either sue. How the fuck do you get the Burger King ending?
No. Okay, so
I know that this is the moving again one. So then basically Nicole's mom's like, I'm gonna sue, and then the school just immediately ejects Nicole, and that is the 13th ending. So how the fuck?
the statewide expulsion ending where you work is because instead of inviting Kyler to the party, that ends up in you destroying the
Oh yeah, gas photo lab. Okay, so this
and
is
then he, gets caught.
yes. So graduation, the last two endings, graduation and expulsion. So on the second day, if you like get through art or photography or whatever the fuck class you go to, no, gym or photography, if you get through that class, you get to go to lunch with someone, Jecka. You go to lunch with Jecka, and Kyler's like, can I get a +1 on the pool party invite? And so you get two options. Vote, no, we don't hang out with bad people. Or 2, do a funny video for YouTube. And so depending on the action you pick, we'll go with destroy the... We'll go for the do something cool for YouTube. So if you ask him to do something cool for YouTube, what ends up happening is that Kyler, so what happens is that Nicole then goes to gym, and then we get the I've captured your succulent breasts on medium format film. You know, that whole spiel that I love. I love
I
that.
hope Crispin eats the small little paper pack. Are you talking about the silica gel? Are you talking about the silica packets? The ones that ride your teeth down?
My shoes came with a little snack. Yummy.
Please don't eat the silica.
I threw up in my mouth a little. I genuinely just recoiled from how accurate that Jeffrey voice was. But Nicole, you don't understand. There was no Crash Bandicoot 5. It just goes Crash 1, Crash 2, and Crash 3.
Oh my god.
Then what happens is, because you asked Kyler to destroy the photo lab for a funny YouTube video, what happens the next day is, instead of the picture getting developed, what ends up happening is that Kyler destroys the room, and Nicole gets to graduation, and that's all how it is. And it's the Nicoleism route, because it's about not letting men bend your will or your free will or anything like that. And so that, ladies and gentlemen, is the 14th ending in the first Class of 09 game. The final ending is the expulsion ending. And the expulsion ending revolves around, instead of Kyler breaking the photo lab, you break into the photo lab. And you get caught. And you get expelled, and then Nicole gets to work at Burger King, which honestly isn't that much of a bad thing if you ask me. And so that, guys, is the first Class of 09 game. Sadly, I'm going to have to upload this in parts. Thank you to my amazing Patreons. Make sure you subscribe and join my Discord. Make sure you keep updated on everything that I'm working on. And also, thanks to all the amazing fan art that I've been getting. It's really, really cool. And, yeah, there's going to be a big surprise in the next video. See you guys later.